The older male doctor's voice was warm, clear, and calm, with a deep timbre and a deliberately slow, thoughtful pace. Most women over 60 believe that looking younger requires expensive anti-aging cream or complicated beauty routines. But what if I told you the secret to looking 10 years younger costs less than $10? The right haircut can transform not just your appearance, but how you feel about yourself and how the world sees you. At any age, you have the right to love yourselves, to make changes that boost your confidence, and to reject society's outdated notion that women over 60 should play it safe or stick to outdated styles. Hi, it's Vernon again. Today, I'll share 3 haircuts that can make you look like you're in your 40s, even your 30s, and 3 styles you should avoid if you want to keep your look fresh, youthful, and modern. Your hair is your crown, and the right cut can make you look vibrant, modern, and absolutely radiant, regardless of what your birth certificate says. Before we dive into these game-changing styles, if you're ready to discover more wisdom about confidence, beauty, and embracing your radiant self after 60, hit that like button and subscribe for more elderly wisdom about style, self-confidence, and living beautifully after 60. Now, let's start with the first haircut that could completely transform how young and vibrant you look. 1. Soft, layered bob. Coco Chanel once said something that changed how I think about style. Fashion fades, but style is eternal. And nothing embodies timeless, youthful style like a soft, layered bob that's perfectly tailored to your face. The soft, layered bob is perhaps the most transformative haircut for women over 60, and here's exactly why it works magic. First, it frames your face in the most flattering way possible, drawing attention to your eyes and cheekbones while softening any harsh lines that time may have added. The layers create movement and dimension, making your hair appear fuller and more vibrant, even if it's naturally thinning. What makes this cut particularly brilliant for mature women is how it balances sophistication with playfulness. It's short enough to be manageable and modern, yet long enough to feel feminine and elegant. The layers prevent that flat, lifeless look that can instantly add years to your appearance. Let me share what happened with my wife, Linda, who's 62. She had been wearing the same shoulder-length style for nearly a decade when our hairstylist suggested trying a soft, layered bob. Linda was hesitant at first, like many women. She worried that shorter hair might make her look older or too severe. The moment the stylist finished, Linda looked instantly refreshed and more youthful. The layers framed her face beautifully, and the slightly shorter length gave her features more definition. What really convinced her was the reaction from others. People kept commenting that she looked so rested and radiant, code words for "you look younger." The key to a successful layered bob is working with a skilled stylist who understands how to customize the layers for your specific face shape and hair texture. The layers should be soft and graduated, not choppy or harsh. For round faces, keep it slightly longer to elongate. For angular faces, add more softness around the jawline. This cut works beautifully with both straight and wavy hair textures, and it's incredibly versatile for styling. You can wear it sleek and polished for formal occasions, or tousled and textured for a more casual, modern look. But if you want something even more elegant and romantic, this next cut works absolute wonders. 2. Shoulder length with gentle waves. There's something timelessly beautiful about shoulder-length hair with gentle waves. It captures that perfect balance between sophistication and softness that makes women of any age look absolutely radiant. This style works like magic for women over 60 because it addresses several age-related hair concerns while creating an incredibly youthful, elegant appearance. The shoulder length is the sweet spot, long enough to feel feminine and romantic, yet short enough to appear modern and manageable. It's particularly flattering because it hits at just the right point to elongate the neck and define the shoulders. The gentle waves are the real secret weapon here. As we age, our hair naturally loses some of its volume and body. Soft waves create the illusion of thickness and movement, making your hair appear fuller and more vibrant. Unlike tight curls, which can look dated or add unwanted height, gentle waves flow naturally and create that effortless, windswept look that screams vitality and youth. What I love about this style is how it works with your hair's natural texture rather than fighting against it. If you have naturally wavy hair, a skilled stylist can enhance those waves with the right cut and minimal styling. If your hair is naturally straight, gentle waves can be achieved by simple techniques like braiding damp hair overnight or using large barrel curls. The psychological impact of this hairstyle cannot be overstated. Audrey Hepburn understood this when she said, "Elegance is the only beauty that never fades." Shoulder-length waves embody this kind of timeless elegance. They make you feel feminine, confident, and beautiful in a way that transcends age. This style is also incredibly versatile for different occasions. You can wear it smooth and sleek for professional settings, enhance the waves for romantic evenings, or add texture spray for a more casual, modern look. It's the kind of haircut that makes you look put together without trying too hard. Have you ever considered how the right hairstyle could change not just how you look, but how you feel about yourself? Share your hair transformation stories in the comments below. Your experience might inspire another woman to take that confident step toward a youthful look. And if you love short hair but want something with incredible impact, this final youthful cut might absolutely surprise you. 3. Pixie with texture. Now I know what you're thinking. A pixie cut at my age? Isn't that too risky? But hear me out. Because the modern, textured pixie might be the most transformative haircut you never considered. And it could take a full decade off your appearance. The textured pixie is completely different from the severe, masculine shortcuts of the past. This modern version is all about softness, movement, and highlighting your best features. It's designed to be feminine, stylish, and incredibly sophisticated. Perfect for the confident woman who wants to make a statement. Here's why this cut works so beautifully for women over 60. It draws immediate attention to your face, particularly your eyes and cheekbones. When done correctly, it creates a youthful, energetic look that screams confidence and vitality. The texture, achieved through strategic layering and styling techniques, prevents that harsh, flat appearance that can make shortcuts look severe. The practical benefits are enormous too. A textured pixie is incredibly low maintenance, perfect for active women who don't want to spend hours styling their hair. It's also ideal for women experiencing hair thinning, as the shorter length makes whatever hair you have appear fuller and more substantial. My sister Julia is 66. She had worn her hair in a conservative bob for years, always playing it safe. When she finally decided to try a textured pixie, she was nervous, worried it might be too dramatic, too young for her age. The result? Absolutely stunning. The pixie highlighted her beautiful bone structure and made her look incredibly modern and sophisticated. But the real magic happened in how it made her feel. "I feel like myself again," she told me, "like the confident woman I've always been inside." Her daughter's reaction said it all. "Mom, you look 10 years younger overnight. You look so fresh and vibrant." Maya Angelou captured this perfectly. There is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside you. Your hair should tell the story of who you are today. Confident, vibrant, and absolutely beautiful. But just as the right cut can take years off your appearance, the wrong ones can quietly add them back on. Now, can you guess which common hairstyle mistake instantly ages women over 60 and makes them look tired and outdated? And if you love short hair but want something with incredible impact, this final youthful cut might absolutely surprise you. Long, lifeless hair without shape. If you're holding on to long hair because you believe it makes you look younger, I need to share some difficult but liberating truth with you. Long, shapeless hair on mature women often has the opposite effect. It can drag down your features, emphasize thinning, and make you appear tired and older than your years. Here's what happens with long, lifeless hair. As we age, our hair naturally becomes finer and less dense. According to a 2022 study published in the Journal of Cosmetic Dermatology, women over 50 experience a significant decrease in hair follicle volume and thickness due to hormonal shifts. When you try to maintain length without proper shape or layers, the weight of the hair pulls everything downward, including the visual line of your face. Instead of the youthful flowing locks you're hoping for, you end up with hair that hangs limply, making your features appear droopy and adding years to your appearance. The psychological impact is just as damaging. A survey by the International Journal of Trichology found that over 70% of women reported a decline in self-confidence linked to changes in hair density and style as they aged. Long, shapeless hair often makes women feel frumpy and outdated, even if they can't quite put their finger on why. It's that feeling of looking in the mirror and thinking, something's not right, but I don't know what. As Coco Chanel wisely observed, in order to be irreplaceable, one must always be different. Clinging to hairstyles from decades past doesn't honor who you are today. It hides the vibrant, evolved woman you've become. The solution isn't necessarily going dramatically shorter. It's about adding shape, movement, and dimension to whatever length you choose. Professional layers, strategic cutting, and proper styling can breathe life back into your hair and take years off your appearance. So, take this as a gentle reminder. Updating your hairstyle isn't about chasing trends. It's about aligning your look with the confident, modern woman you are today. Share this video with friends who might be making this same mistake. Sometimes we need someone else to help us see what we can't see ourselves. But even shortcuts can age you dramatically if they're cut too severely. 2. Harsh, blunt shortcuts. Oscar Wilde once said, "I can resist everything except temptation." And for many women over 60, the temptation is to go too short, too blunt, and too severe with their haircuts. This is one temptation you must resist if you want to maintain a youthful and vibrant appearance. Harsh, blunt shortcuts are perhaps one of the most aging mistakes women can make with their hair. These cuts, think severe bobs with no layers, choppy crops, or overly geometric styles, create hard lines that emphasize every line and angle on your face, making you appear stern, older, and less approachable. The problem with blunt cuts is that they work against the natural softening that should happen with age. As we mature, our facial features benefit from softness and movement in our hairstyles. Harsh, blunt lines do the opposite. They create a rigid frame that can make your face appear harder and more angular than it naturally is. These cuts also tend to highlight areas you might prefer to downplay. A blunt bob that hits right at the jawline can emphasize jowls or a double chin. A severely cropped cut can make a round face appear rounder, or an angular face appear more masculine. The psychological impact is significant too. Harsh cuts often make women feel unfeminine or older than they intended. They can create a severity that doesn't match your personality or the warm, approachable woman you are inside. The key is understanding that structured doesn't have to mean severe. You can have a polished, sophisticated short haircut that still incorporates softness through gentle layers, subtle texturing, or strategic styling. The goal is to create definition without harshness, structure without severity. A skilled stylist can help you find that perfect balance, a cut that's sharp enough to look modern and intentional, but soft enough to be flattering and feminine. Think graduated layers instead of blunt lines, textured ends instead of razor-sharp edges, and movement instead of rigid geometry. Save this video so you can reference these tips before your next salon visit. The right preparation can make all the difference in getting a cut that makes you look younger, not older. And now, let's talk about the most common aging mistake I see. 3 outdated helmet styles. The most heartbreaking sight in any salon is watching a vibrant, interesting woman walk out with what I call helmet hair. That overly styled, rigidly set, sprayed into submission look that instantly adds a decade to anyone's appearance and screams, "I'm stuck in the past." You know exactly what I'm talking about. These are the hairstyles that look like they haven't moved since 1985. Perfectly round, heavily teased, and shellacked into place with enough hairspray to survive a hurricane. They're the styles that look more like wigs than natural hair, with every strand precisely placed and absolutely no movement or life. The tragedy of helmet hair is that it's often born from good intentions. Women choose these styles because they think they look neat and put together. But what they actually create is a dated, artificial appearance that makes them look older, more conservative, and completely out of touch with modern style. Emma, who's 70, is my friend at the local book club. For years, she religiously visited the same salon every week for the same rigid, teased, and heavily sprayed style. It was her routine, her comfort zone, and she thought it made her look polished and appropriate for her age. But Emma started noticing that people treated her differently, like she was older and more fragile than she felt inside. When she finally decided to try a softer, more natural style with gentle movement and less rigid structure, the change was remarkable. Emma told our book club, "People actually see me now. Instead of seeing an elderly lady, they see Emma." The solution is embracing styles that look effortless, even when they're carefully crafted. Modern cuts focus on working with your hair's natural texture, creating movement and softness that looks like you just ran your fingers through it. Remember what Coco Chanel taught us? Simplicity is the keynote of all true elegance. Your hair should enhance your natural beauty, not hide it behind a wall of hairspray and artifice. Because in the end, it's not about following trends. It's about finding the cut that brings out your timeless, authentic beauty. By now, you've discovered the secret to choosing hairstyles that work with your age, not against it. You know which cuts can instantly refresh your look and which ones quietly age you without you even realizing it. Your hair should never be about hiding your age. It should be about celebrating the confident, beautiful woman you are today. The right cut doesn't disguise who you are. It brings your authentic spirit forward and lets your inner radiance shine through. Age is just a number, but style is eternal. Every time you walk into a salon, you have the opportunity to choose a look that makes you feel vibrant, confident, and absolutely stunning. Don't let outdated rules or society's expectations limit your choices. A woman in harmony with her spirit is like a river flowing. She goes where she will, without pretense, and arrives at her destination prepared to be herself and only herself. As the great Maya Angelou reminded us, your hairstyle should flow with who you are, not fight against it. Which of these transformative tips will you try at your next salon visit? Tell me in the comments. Your choice might inspire another woman to embrace her own beautiful transformation. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more wisdom about beauty, confidence, and living stylishly after 60. Check the description for more videos that will help you embrace your radiant self and feel absolutely beautiful at any age. I'm Vernon. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.